Silver Fox.
Oh yeah.
Did
you watch the Apple TV one he did when he's a therapist?
No.
He done.
Is it Apple TV? I thought it was on the FX one, The Patient.
Yeah,
it's FX.
It's FX. It's not. It's not on Apple TV.
It's Disney Plus.
It's Disney. It is good. That right there. And who's he acting against? What's his name?
I can't remember.
Yo, crazy.
I want to try
The
that.
only I can't say that. I don't know if
You
It's like industry.
Because
That was television.
Television, yeah.
because I'm saying something really
Yeah.
outlandish.
Get it out of the way.
I finished, yeah.
Yeah. I love that show.
That started to give uncut gems after a while.
I haven't watched that content. I know.
What are you gonna say?
Wow.
I know.
And that, that's an anxiety attack in a movie.
I'll give it a watch because bare people were talking about it. I think this must come on what 2020.
The whole thing.
Yeah, something
Around
like
there.
that.
Okay.
One of those.
Yeah, I didn't watch so many films back then.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, I want a period of a low.
Industry's
Industry's
filming now. At South by, I was at the conference with
How was it?
The writers, isn't it?
Cool man. I really wanted to ask a question. I wanted to ask a question about Richie, and like why they decided to give him like a particular episode where they focused on him.
Yeah.
That was the greatest episode in the entire
really good,
program.
man. It was really good. It was really good. That episode and the end of episode, is it 8 of season 3, or was it 6? They do 8 episodes, innit, for industry.
I think so. Which episode are you referring to?
Oh, when my boy Rob, man.
Oh, that's the very last episode.
When he obviously sleeps with
Yeah.
Yaz, and then
And she
gets back with
goes
Henry
to-
Mark.
Oh,
Yeah.
that episode was so good.
It made me cry, but it was like, it was needed.
Yeah.
And like honestly, I
loved it because that was so real.
It tore me up, so that's when you knew you had a good episode. When it's my boy. Rob had such a good journey.
He did.
He found himself finally in like season 3, which was cool, man.
Bless him.
One of my
But
friends.
I don't see him being happy in the future in his life.
I do.
I see
he's not
him
gonna be
being
season 4.
his boss. You know his boss that passed away.
He's not going to be in season 4.
Is he not?
No.
He's done.
Shame.
He said he thinks his character's gone as far as it's.
Yeah, I get
That's
that
crazy
as well.
though. I don't think so.
I wouldn't mind like a few guests up. I get it because he said like I think he said like at the end of every episode he kept having this sad puppy look in his face. He's like, bro, what more can my character do?
Yeah.
Every time like sad.
That's kind of true though.
That's such a funny thing.
Yeah.
All you do is cry.
It's real, though.
Yeah, bro, it's facts. Like, if you don't.
And he had a good journey, man, from
He
like a dopey douchebag into like someone who had found himself somewhat. I don't think he'd
Somewhat,
completed his
yeah.
journey though, which is the cool part because you left a bit ambiguous as to where he's gonna go next.
Can you look who's doing the talk? At the end of it, like when he was talking to the camera,
Yeah.
it looked like he was elsewhere doing like a new
he-
job. He's
he-
in Silicon Valley, innit?
Yeah.
He did.
I really took that job.
Oh, he joined his friend. Oh, who's that guy?
I'm just happy for him.
Who's the,
But also,
the
like,
black guy?
Yasmin.
Oh, Gus.
Gus, yes.
Did
Because
he join Gus?
Gus is doing the Silicon Valley stuff. He was
Oh.
doing it with Jesse, the investor.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The woman, by the way, is it Nicole? What a horrible woman.
Yeah, that's
When-
literally a disgusting human being.
When the after, one of my friends, Abby, started watching Industry like a week ago.
Yeah.
I think she's on season 3 right now, like episode 6 or 7. She might have been caught up by now.
It's a straight binge.
I like big mummies like that though. We need more, man.
We don't.
No, not
Oh
like
no,
her.
she was
For particular.
she was a
Not
better
like her.
No, he's a sick.
You're sicker, bro.
No, he's a sick as well.
Yeah.
What killed her in the end?
Drugs?
I think she
Drugs?
drugged or drank too much because she crashed her head on like the table now or something. And he found her the next day. No, she was asleep outside. Something
Yeah.
happened outside.
Yeah.
Maybe she bumped her head before and I can't remember. You haven't watched Industry, have you?
Nope.
Ah.
You're lacking, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, hey.
You're lacking.
I'm saying this now.
You've got like
Okay,
I'm
every-
disagreeing.
they're filming season 4, so you got some time to catch up.
Yeah.
Have
No,
you
I
guys seen
really-
Adults?
Okay.
I heard good things.
Not-
See more?
I binged
Heard
the
good
whole thing. Adults is so good.
Heard
It's
really
the
good
new,
things.
I think
The reason I haven't,
it's
because someone
HBO.
was like, oh, if you liked overcompensating, you'd love adults.
No,
And I hate
heard that.
overcompensating.
I heard that I heard that overcompensating was really bad.
Terrible.
compared to adults. So then I watched Adults and I was like, this is banging.
Okay, I'll give adults a
Okay.
watch then. Because
Yeah.
someone was like,
Alright.
if you loved overcompensating, and I was like, don't give me
No.
terrible sessions.
No. People who liked Adults hated overcompensating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My
And
community.
that's why I didn't watch overcompensating. After
It's
I
so
watched
bad.
Adults, I was like, I'm not gonna watch it.
Don't watch overcompensating.
Yeah.
No, that is terrible TV.
Okay.
Oh, let's get Jason involved in the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll stop talking about things you haven't watched.
Okay.
Goodness me, man.
Seems like you had a good conversation there. I didn't want to interrupt.
Before we start, again, because I was listening to the better episode we did last year, and obviously at the beginning we started talking about something. I can't remember what it was. Jason and I watched it. Then we did a whole 30-40 minutes of Supercell Jason
Jason
hadn't
watched
watched it. Then when we saw the bear, we're like, oh yeah, Jason, you can finally get involved.
Jason, you got some work to do, good fella.
No, I have watched Super Cell.
Now you have.
Yeah.
Now.
That's when we started the whole black bias thing. But I say
That's
I like
close.
something, and then they go, yeah, it's black bias.
Who's there? He's just supposed to does it.
No. Jay started it. Are you joking?
I didn't start it.
When
I didn't start it.
I did my best shows last year, and that's a superstar. He said, "That's black bias. That is black bias."
Shut up, man. Get Gucci.
There was a bit of
Nah,
Gucci.
for real, yeah.
We are the Post Credit Scene Podcast, a 14 HQ original lovers of film, TV, and theatre back in the studio today to talk about one of the best shows on TV right now. And I'm really excited to preview season 4 and to deep dive into the previous seasons, 3 of which for me are either good to very, very good seasons of TV. Kiz, how you doing, sir? Quick one on the mic for you. You all good?
I'm good.
listen,
A yellow card.
You know what?
That's a telling off. That's what I'm doing.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I invented the rule. That stuff like that.
He's played a role in the 5K on the YouTube, so we have to.
Jeez.
Yeah, deserves his flowers.
But yeah, I'm all good. How are you guys?
Good, man. We've got a friend of the show in the building.
Yes, sir.
Round of applause for Huda. How are you?
Everybody's
How are you?
president.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Happy to be here.
No, we are excited to have you here as well. Do you watch The Bear?
I love the bear.
Then you're involved in the conversation. Here we are. Manny, how'd you do?
I'm doing great, my guy,
You
man.
don't even need to tell me too much. You're fine because we're
Yeah.
talk about The Bear. Yeah,
I am too about the bear.
Good stuff.
Excited. Talk about my favorite characters.
exactly. Jace,
I'm good, man. Excited to get into this episode.
I remembered something interesting about you, funnily.
Go on.
Season 3 is your favourite season, which I find so interesting.
Season 3 is my favorite season.
That's so interesting to me.
I love that TV show so much.
We'll get into
Like,
it.
I'm gonna do the Manny thing.
I love this.
I'm
you can do
gonna
the Manny thing. Yeah, do it.
Because like,
So much fun. Do it.
He's gonna zag.
is, for me,
Yeah.
is the best TV show I've seen.
Oh yeah, it's your favourite ever.
It's my
Yeah.
favorite ever.
Look at him smiling.
Oh, I'm so happy for you.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
When someone's happy like that, generally, and I kind of see it, I'm like, yeah.
As long as they're not us.
So, it's all right. How are you?
I'm great. Is this bad? What I'm doing right now? Stop at some
You
point.
do your thing. We'll carry the sort of front half of this, and then when you're ready, you lock in.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, guys.
And yeah, The Bear, man. You lot know how much I love this series, man. So we're ready to lock in. Guys, quick question for you. What, Jason? I'll start with you.
Yeah.
When did you start watching the show? And more interestingly, what was it about The Bear that sort of piqued your interest? Why did you start watching it, and what kept you watching?
Do you know what? I fell onto it like by chance. I can't remember when the first season
Chance.
came out.
Sorry, can't help it.
There you go.
Sorry, man.
But
It's the German in him.
oh, don't remind me.
Okay.
No, but
Why did you say it like that?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
It was so dark for no reason.
Just adding a little bit of drama, innit?
Spice finger.
Add a little bit to the law. We don't know what happened in Germany.
Jason.
Anyway.
Season 3 of The Bear, or why you like the show? Come on, let's go.
No, my bad. So I can't remember exactly when the first season came out. I think it came out like, I want to say 2021. In the UK,
I'm
anyway.
going to lean towards 22, but it could be 21.
Yeah, 21, 22. And I just saw it on Instagram where like
22.
Yeah, 22.
Okay,
see?
yeah.
Come on, man. T.
like
Like it.
Disney Plus just did a crazy push for it. Like it was on socials, and I was just like, all right, let me check it out. And then like, as soon as I watched it, I was locked in from there.
Is it? It got
Yeah.
you straight away.
It got me straight away. I was just like, yeah, this is a fantastic TV show.
Yes, I'm interested in your origin story because when we started the pod, when we started talking about it, obviously you weren't part of the gang yet. So when did you get into the show?
Was I not?
No.
Damn. How was that when I wasn't here?
It was Bliss.
Yeah.
It was Bliss without Bliss.
It was Bliss about
You
Bliss.
guys don't mean that for real.
Yeah, you walked into that one. I'm not gonna hold you. You walked into that one.
What do you think I'm gonna say?
There was no other answer.
Yeah.
But my life has remained the same.
When did I actually start the bet? Do you know what? Yeah, I saw it was similar to you. I remember we spoke about this. I was like, there was so much push for this. Surely something good must come of this.
So, interesting.
And
I didn't
also-
see that push.
I know it was that, and it was the adverts before the YouTube videos. Yeah, that's what was
Yeah.
doing me the
Yeah,
most. That one
yeah,
right
yeah,
there
literally.
was, and this is when YouTube were pushing for YouTube Premium. So the ads were like an all-time high, and the Bear one was 1.5 minutes. So I was sitting through it, being like, oh wait, I might go watch this. Also, I finished rewatching Devious Maids. So that was already on Disney. Yeah, I was like, oh, run it. Then I watched it in a day.
Yeah, that first season. So
Fine.
interestingly, and I'm interested to get your thoughts, Huda, in a second. Interesting, the first season for me is a binge. It fits perfectly for a series that you would binge. And I'm not a binger. I don't like to binge. You know how I feel about it. But season 2 onwards, I think it becomes a series of its own, and it finds its feet, and it knows where it wants to take its characters. I don't think season 2 is a binge. I think season 2 is that good, it shouldn't be a binge.
Season 2 is the easiest binge out of all three of them.
That's crazy.
Season 2 was the easiest binge for me. No. Season 1, I binged it because I'm going to binge anyway. But season 2, it was like, oh, damn. So haven't moved all day. Crazy. Yeah.
No.
Like, honestly, it was the binge, innit?
I don't remember binging season 1, but I definitely binged season 2. But
because
I
it's
can't
that good,
how
I
they
get
got
it.
released though. Was it like weekly?
No, I got
No,
it
it
was once.
Did you watch on Disney Plus?
No, so
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
because the way I found out about the show was I love like cooking programs, like you know, like when you watch like 5-Star Chef or like Master Chef and all of that stuff. I watch all of that. So I watched. Do you guys know a show called Burning? Yeah. Oh no, sorry, Boiling Point.
Boiling Point.
Oh,
Boiling Point.
yeah.
So I watched the movie of that. Then they made a show.
Oh, with Sanji.
Sanji. Wait,
Got,
is Sanji's in it from One Piece?
Yo, I think it might be the TV show.
Oh,
The film is really good. I haven't seen the series, but the film is good for Boiling Point, man.
so
Wait,
good.
there's a Boiling Point series?
Yeah, they turned it from a film into a series.
Yeah.
Stephen Graham, yeah.
Okay.
And it has that same like uncut gems, good time sort of anxiety in a movie
Yeah.
thing,
Yep.
because that's what cooking's about. Basically, it's stressful.
Especially like if you're
Yeah.
working in a restaurant, because I have friends who do work in a restaurant, or in a kitchen, I guess to say, and then they're always like, it's super stressful all the fucking time.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh wow, okay. And I feel like with the bear, it
Yeah,
captures
exactly.
that.
Exactly. But yeah, so I saw an article saying something like burned out chef starting a restaurant in Chicago, and I said, my God, I'm ready.
You was sold at the burn down.
He was like, anxiety, yes.
Yes.
I was like, oh,
Mental health, let's go.
let's go.
Do you typically watch anxiety-inducing TV shows?
I got introduced it.
The answer is yes. I promise you.
By like the Safdie brothers and like their style of making movies. So away from the Safdie bros, I don't know if I've watched like anxiety-inducing films.
Okay.
Much like that, but yeah, chef stuff. Oh, come on, Gordon Ramsay, Kitchen Nightmare.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? So I was so ready to watch the Bear, and then I watched it and I was like, this is like part stressful but so slice of life, like so relaxing, it's beautiful, like Chicago, like you know how they wake up 4 a.m, it's dark, they get on the train, like move. And that's why I love the Bear for that reason.
Yeah.
No, you guys don't understand how happy she is right now.
It's for me, that show's for me, guys.
Manny.
Actually, don't remember. You might remember when I got into it. I just remember watching it.
We spoke about it, like.
Yeah, but I don't remember specifically why I got into it. I'm sure you watched it before I did,
Yeah.
and I think it must have been either when season 2 just got
Was
released
on the way,
or
yeah,
just about to be
yeah.
released. And I remember binging season 1, and I liked it right away.
I'm proud of you guys.
Yeah, I binged on Department Q, Dep Q recently as well.
Well done.
Yeah,
I'm so proud of you.
I know you are.
My
I knew you
sister's
would be.
watching that right now.
It's a good series.
She
Good
betrayed
TV.
my cousin. Like they had a big tiff last
Oh,
night
because
because
you
she
watched
watched it all without her. Yeah.
I hate watching movies or shows with people, because you guys don't take binging seriously. It pisses me off.
Oh, no, I'm a real binger.
Yeah, you got to binge it or don't. Just don't commit something you can't do.
Yeah, side note,
Fast.
Dep Q is a really good TV show. Have you watched it?
No.
It's really good TV.
Okay.
But yeah, The Bear season 1, I just remember really enjoyed it. Like the characters right away. That's what got me stuck and carry on watching. It's like very, I think they do this thing, especially in season 1, where it's very intense, but they know when to give you a break without realizing it. Because I think there's an episode, I can't remember if it's episode 6 or 7, but we get a really chilled out episode where not much really happens in terms of intensity.
The reason that might be episode 6 because episode 7 is review, and that's the one take episode.
Yeah.
And that's like the chaotic episode where people are dropping things and people are fighting. I think Richie got stabbed.
Yeah. But
That's the chaotic one.
Yep.
And they know where to place, as you said, throughout even season 2 and 3, they know where to implement elements of chaos and anarchy, and then sort of solitude and calm. So I'm with you. Man.
Do you know what I love about that show is that they obviously sent everyone to culinary school beforehand.
Yeah.
So like you do actually feel like they know what they're doing because they actually do know what they're doing.
My guy Fak is an actual.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
It's just so good. Like even I did like when they were doing that press for it, and she was like, "Oh, the things I learned from culinary school," and I was like, "Wait, they actually went to culinary school, and like they're proper good in the kitchen.
Yeah.
It just works. Like every like
Yeah, because Carmy looks like a natural chef.
yeah.
Mhm.
I think he actually went to that actual Danish one that they showed in season 2, I think.
We're gonna talk about that
Oh,
beautiful
okay.
episode.
Okay.
That is that's one of your favorites.
Stunning episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think with season 1, interestingly, is visually it depicts the kitchen how you feel it to be in terms of its rundown. It's dirty. It's unkept. It's under Richie sort of command, and Carmy comes in, and I think by the end of season 1, you see the transition visually as sort of like a yellowy green. Very unkept aesthetic, and by the end of season 1 and then into season 2, and the end, if you compare the start of season 1 to the end of season 2, you see the transformation of the kitchen visually, not just through Tina's transformation or through Marcus's transformation, but visually as well. You see how much this kitchen's changed, and I think they take so much pride in how the series looks, which is why I love the series as much as I do. It's not just about the storytelling, that's great. It's not just about the characters, brilliant, but it's also about how the series looks. Love the bear. This, why you?
Because you're just so happy, and that's yeah.
Oh no,
That guys loves.
I love this.
Yeah.
I love the characters, man.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Tina's journey.
Oh my
I
god.
cried.
God.
I
Yeah.
cried at her episode.
Yo, that episode it did a lot. It did a
Oh
lot
my
for me.
gosh.
But when you first meet her, what did you think about Tina when you first met her?
I loved her straight
No,
away.
I liked it. I think she was just really like strong-willed, and she's just
Yeah.
kind of like, you're not gonna come in here after not coming to this place like almost ever. That's
Yeah.
what the vibe
Yeah.
Carmy was given. It's like,
But her issue
I
was less with
get it.
Carmy though.
It was
yeah,
more
but it was like it's a
with
change. She didn't
Sid.
like the change as a whole. She's
Yeah.
like, you guys aren't gonna come in here and say we can't do certain things, and we've done it like this the whole time.
Yeah.
And like in her mind, the place is okay. Like it's working. She's
But
getting
by
paid.
the time you get to her episode as well, right, you can really understand why she was so apprehensive from everything.
But it's
changing
nothing.
from
It's
the
not.
first
That's why I liked her straight away.
Yeah.
'Cause, like I actually get where she's coming from.
Uncomfortable. with
Yeah,
change.
she didn't want change. It's just like she's getting older. She feels like she's gonna get iced out as well. That's what the vibe she was
Yeah.
giving.
Mhm.
So when her episode came, and then the interaction when she's like, "Oh, I want to give you back your knife," and he's like, "I didn't ask for it back."
Oh,
But even with the fact, but she also benefits from the change. Like, and
Yeah.
it goes to show, like, when you're somewhat open-minded to new ideas and new concepts, that's going to improve you as a person. She becomes a sous chef in season 2, working under Sydney. We'd never seen that transformation in their relationship
Yeah.
from the start of season 1. But by season 2, episode 2, and I think she goes off for her training.
Yeah.
She becomes a sous chef under Sydney, and like their relationship, which makes Napkins such a great episode.
yes.
Because Aya wrote the episode for Tina's
Yeah.
character. Oh, man.
Stunning.
Any standout aspects of season 1 for you guys?
The fact that Tina calls him Jeffrey.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Because
Yeah.
going from chef to Jeff to Jeffrey, yeah, that's one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
That's a really good touch.
Yeah.
Right. What was the episode when they did? They had to cater the party. The
Oh,
kids'
that's
party?
brilliant, yeah.
Oh, and they got the kids high.
Yeah.
No, it's do you know it's before that even point. Yeah, when they're like, when he's like, "Oh, I thought you were dead," and he's like, "No, that's my brother," but he's unpacking all his things. Yeah, that is because the comedy element of the bear. Yeah, everyone's like, "It's not a comedy." I'm like, if you look at it, that's ridiculous.
It's
But
funny.
that-
It's funny.
That
humor.
interaction there was enough for me to be like, that's fucking jokes. When being like, because he's unpacking and Carmen's just always so anxious. He's like, no, that's my brother. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
great. That's my favorite moment from season 1.
What did you guys make of the boy Richie?
Don't say it.
No, right, no, because don't talk
say
about
it.
the episode.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Your initial thoughts on Richie.
That's like, I'm trying to not.
Yeah, I know exactly what you wanted to say. I think he was definitely a character that needed a lot of growth because he had Carmen coming in and he was trying to keep him, I guess, at arm's length in terms of his interaction with the what was it called before? It wasn't called the bear.
The beef.
The beef, and the interaction that he has with the people outside, with the local people, and when he lets off the shot in the air, like I really liked his character from the very
It shows
beginning.
where he is needed in some aspects.
Yeah.
Like his character is necessary despite his flaws.
Yeah.
Even with when them lot lacked money and they had to get Richie to do a drug deal in order for them to flip some money for the beef. I really like the characters, like from his character from very early on, because I knew how needed he was.
Yeah.
He was like, you can tell that he wasn't necessarily a very polished individual, but he's very much needed for the beef at that time.
Yeah, there's elements of season 1 that I really enjoy as well. Like Carmy is initially very resistant to any sort of like idea of therapy and going to speak to someone about his issues, which we know he has. I think
many of them.
yeah, he's got loads of issues. But But what we know about him, they're so understandable, man.
Oh no, they're valid.
I
He
think-
still
I
needs to
think-
get help.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
no,
whole thing is like,
100%.
I get why you're
100%.
there, but let's
Yeah.
get it sorted. You know what I
Like
mean?
you know the start of episode 2, and it's so like pristine and it's white and everything looks great, and you can tell it's dreamy, but you can also tell this is a pristine restaurant that he was working in.
Yeah.
And you got Chef David like shouting commands and orders and telling him he's a piece of shit and telling him he's
No,
this and that.
but he's saying something. There's one. What's the moment when he's just like he's speaking to him very softly, but basically saying like you're terrible. at what you do."
Diabolical shit.
That right there.
Diabolical
yeah,
work.
Yeah, dark.
That's no. That is the most unsettling thing. About
And it
watching the
haunts
Bang,
him throughout the 3 seasons.
Well, who says that to him? Carmy.
Chef David says that to Carmy.
Yeah, because he's remaking the same dish, innit? And he's
Yeah.
Is this the
Right.
chef he sees at the end?
Yes.
Yes.
The guy from Community.
Oh,
That's like his sleep paralysis.
he is.
isn't it?
Yeah, for real.
It is.
And the episode 8, before we do review, I love the scene of Carmy talking about his issues. I think it's like a 5 to 7 minute monologue of him just like spilling his emotions, and that's sort of the calm and solitude you spoke about, away from the chaos. Whereas the episode before, absolutely manic. Like Review is one of the most intense episodes of TV I think I've ever seen. Like literally camera work.
Who's he spinning his guts to again?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the therapy session. Yeah, and he was so resistant to it before. Yeah, he was super resistant. What's your favorite episode?
Have you watched the bear?
Yeah, I know. I'm up to date with it. Yeah.
Oh.
I just don't like it as much as you guys like it.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
so you don't know TV? That's okay.
No, that's number one. All right, cool.
That's okay.
Yeah. Any episodes that stand out to you from season 1 before we dive into 2?
Can you remind me?
Two's my favorite. So we have System, which is episode 1. You've got Hands 2. Brigade is 3.
I liked Hands
Dogs is 4. Sheridan is
I don't know
5.
what happened just saying the names like.
I don't remember.
because the
Yeah.
names of the bear.
No, I remember
the ones
specific
that
moments.
No, because with the bear, they a lot of the titles of the episode kind of
related
feels
to
like
you.
Yeah.
Friends.
Yeah.
Is so closely related to
Like
what
the
happened.
Yeah.
catchphrase of
Like
the-
exactly that.
Yeah.
So I can just remember Hands. That's
Yeah,
why.
I
What
remember like
episode was
forks
it?
and fishes, but
Yeah.
the rest.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
like
yeah,
lost
literally.
on me.
But what episode was it where Sid fucks up the orders?
Yes. Oh my goodness. I was going to talk about
That's
that.
Review, no?
Is that Review? No, that's not
Well,
Review.
for season 1.
That's season 2.
Is that season 2?
No,
That can't be
it's
season.
season 1. It's second to last episode of season 1. It's when
That's Review.
Review.
Is
It's
it-
review.
yeah, that's-
Yeah,
Yeah, that's when they
that's
have
why
a
the
they bring the
meltdown.
new system in,
Yeah.
and all the orders start coming in.
That's-
And you can see
Oh, yeah.
Carmy.
But
I
literally-
didn't
It's
think
just-
that was a review.
No, it is.
Oh,
It's-
was it?
Yeah,
Review?
it's
No, I
yeah.
don't know what
That's
review is.
partly why he like gets
Loses
annoyed.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That-
why she quits.
that-
That
That's the
episode
one
was
off.
really good.
And I think is it Marcus as well?
Yeah,
as
he's
well.
like, "Get the fuck
Marcus gets fired.
Marcus fucks up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marcus. Stop fucking with me, Marcus.
Oh, because Marcus brings him his
the donut or the dessert one.
And he's bare proud. He's like,
Are you fucking with me? Stop fucking with me.
And you know what? Valid. I can't. lie.
That is a valid crash out.
Crash out was absolutely understandable.
Absolutely understandable. Like, cause, like,
Guys,
And then you know what was great? Carmy tasted it after.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like,
mm.
this is nice. We've got something here.
No,
yeah,
that
let
crash
Carmy
out
get away
was
with
valid.
madness, you know.
That's
Carmy,
so
we let him
funny.
get away with absolute
No,
madness.
I'm sorry. Me too. If I was coming, I'll be.
That
fuming.
was
Exactly. I know you
No,
would.
because everybody
coming from
else.
you.
I know you would.
Have you seen the way you spoke to us?
Have you seen the way he spoke to us?
Yeah.
You were-
Oh, you valid crash
you-
out.
you were definitely worse, by the way.
Nah, then yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
you were.
if it's
You know
Review,
it.
then Review is my favorite episode, and
From
that's
season 1, yeah?
That's
Yeah.
such a good episode.
I don't think I watched that episode in one sitting. I think I had to watch it 3 times. Like,
What?
it was too intense.
Yeah.
It was actually
But that's the
way
reason
too
I had
intense.
to. I couldn't look away.
yeah. You had to power
I
through,
had
man.
to stop myself. I was like, bro, I'm not
you can't
comfortable.
take the heat in the kitchen.
Yeah, I can't.
Listen, you're not built for this.
Yeah, built for that.
I'm not
yeah.
built for it. So I took it out.
No, I do be pausing sometimes when it gets too intense. I do pause.
Bro, it's a lot, man.
I was watching
I
John
only
Wick the other
stop
day.
things when I get secondhand embarrassment. Then
Yes.
I will stop.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I'm like,
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the feeling, man. I know the feeling. But who are your standout characters? They do cross over from season to season. But who are your standout characters
Season
from
one.
the first?
Sydney.
Yeah.
What was it about her for you? And I was a super.
I just love Ayo. I can't like. I just
Yeah.
love her.
I just
It
love
will be her for all of them.
Yeah.
But it was
Nah.
optimism.
her in every season.
Her in
I'm
every
sorry, Richie at some point.
Yeah, season.
Getting to
Richie, we'll get
to Richie.
We'll
man.
get to
You
Richie.
Richie Glazers, man.
Yeah.
She's a glazer for Richie.
Oh my goodness.
I'm a Krispy Kreme for Richie.
Yeah.
Shout out to man.
Do you know what? Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
it
really, I really liked her optimism. I think season 1, she felt quite optimistic, or like she had ideas and plans for the beef, and kind of like was working with Carmy, like, oh, we could make this great. So that's why Review was such a crazy episode, because her making that major mistake, and obviously Tina not rating her as well. On top of that, yeah, and then Carmy being the only one that was on her side, turning on her and being like, "Get the fuck out!" And she's like,
And by that
just
time,
startled. She can't
Like,
believe
I have
it.
nothing.
by that time, Tina has sort of stepped in like the Carmy role where she's now on
Yeah.
Sydney's side and trying to be empathetic.
Yeah.
Carmy's the one that's like crashed out.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like Tina only stepped in because she was like, "Oh, Carmy's actually crashing out. Like
Yeah.
I actually can't tag team Carmy on this one. It's crazy."
Yeah.
And I think that interaction there, and then Marcus would be stupid as well. Bless him. Yeah, that right there made Sydney this my favorite character because it was the way the camera kept panning, and she was kind of just in disbelief. Like,
Yeah.
has Carmy just spoken to me like that?
Yeah.
We've never had that relationship. That's what made it like. But just her being like, man, she really wanted that star, and she was ready to like, man.
But the
See,
series
my
also does a great job of like just capturing picturesque images and aspects of the series, whether it's Chicago, whether it's like the city as a whole, whether it's the food, whether it's the fine dining food or like the beef that they're cooking, like it captures the food beautifully. And that's another aspect of the series.
Did you? Oh no, that's season 3. Don't worry. The first episode, season 3.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Season 2 is
Jump the gun.
season 2 for me is one of the best seasons of TV I've
Ever.
seen.
Yep.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
You know what? I'm gonna go there and say ever. Like I
That's
think,
fair enough.
and you know what? Initially,
Do the money thing.
Yeah,
But
did the anything.
but initially, I didn't love it.
What do
It's
you like
only
about it?
Really?
it's only when I got to the end, and I got to the end of the journey, because season 2 doesn't start off as chaotic as what I knew from the bear.
Yeah.
Season 2 starts off kind of slow because they're now making the bear and it's transforming from the beef, and they're all going on their sort of different journeys. So initially, I wasn't sure in season 2, but by the end, it's such a gratifying payoff for the journeys that they all go on differently, other than maybe Carmy, who's stuck in the fucking same cycle.
Yeah.
Like they all go on different like learning journeys. Tina goes off with
Ebro.
Ebro. What a guy, Ebro, man.
Oh, my Somali uncle.
Alright. And I like what they did with him in season 3, which we'll get to. They did something with him which I thought was really cool. Honeydew is. Do you want to talk about Honeydew or
Remind me of
Marcus.
so
Was that the
Honeydew
Marcus in?
is episode 4 of
Is that with Will Poulter?
season 2
Oh, okay, yeah. Within.
Now that is the episode.
with the man of
Yeah.
with
That
the man
made this
himself,
season.
Do you know what?
Will Poulter.
That made me
Interesting.
realize that
really
the bear
did.
was such a good episode because
True.
they could have done something stupid like make his grandma pass whilst he was
Yeah.
like, and that was why I was so on edge. 'Cause I was like, oh, if they do that, I'm not gonna enjoy the show because it's just so predictable and the show hasn't been that up to this point. So when like he's still checking in on his grandma and she's not in great health, but she hasn't passed, I was like, okay, good. There's like this needs to be a standalone moment, and honestly that choice of not doing that made it one of my favorite episodes.
I don't know if it came from the writers or somebody just said it or it was quoting them saying that I think the bear has built up this thing where something bad is always tends to happen with the bear. So with Honeydew specifically, they purposely kept leaning into something potentially bad happening.
Yeah. No,
But
that's such a good
never
point.
allowing it to get to that point because they feel like there's so much that happens within that season.
Rami Youssef directed that episode.
Who?
Rami Youssef.
Really?
Oh.
I did not know that.
Cooked.
Pick up him.
Cooked.
Pick up him.
Cooked.
He's in the
Yeah.
studio as well. I love him in the studio.
He's in Mountain Head as well.
really.
He's probably the best part of the film.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lock in,
Yeah.
but
For
yeah.
a second, I thought you meant he's in the studio making music. Then I realized the studio.
The studio.
Actual
Yeah,
studio.
the studio.
My heart was beating.
Yeah, the TV show.
I was
He's like, no.
like, oh no! I said like I thought he was like rapping. Yeah.
No, I think
We have
Honeydew.
enough of them. But yeah,
Honeydew is a beautiful
Great
episode. Visually, I think it goes without saying how beautiful it is visually, but I think it's worth also
The boat.
bringing up.
Yeah.
The boat.
Which particular aspect of the boat did you enjoy? Because there's a few different things that happen.
My favorite part is like it's just us seeing the boat, it's seeing where he's staying. So it's watching him leave like this kitchen. Also, I'm related. Sorry, you didn't even ask me this question. But Will Porter, what is the name of his character? I don't want to keep saying it.
I've forgotten.
Okay, Will Porter's character.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my man, why are they?
Marcus.
Yeah. Their interaction versus Carmy's and Chef David, yeah, it felt like it could have been that and it wasn't that. And it was like him being like, yeah, you're still fucking up, but I want to give you a chance to actually get better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Oh, Chef Lucas, yeah.
Chef Lucas, yeah.
Chef Lucas.
Him versus Chef David, my goodness. Because Chef David is actually a wicked man.
Oh,
Chef David is insane.
He's
And I mean, we'll eventually get to it once we get to season 3. But
I think what you see with Chef Lucas is he has an element of like command when he's telling Marcus
but
what
he
he's doing,
wants
but
him
he
to be
does it in
better.
such like a like a calm and placid way. There's still an aura of fucking aura. Goodness me.
Right.
There's still
a word.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. You're what? Gen Z?
Social media has cooked all of our brains.
Don't let them silence you. Don't let them silence you, Queen.
There's an element of authority to what he's saying, but he does.
Why did you change it? Just say aura.
Nah, man. But there are elements of such calm and care in what he's saying, in helping Marcus become better at what he does. And because he's seen what Carmy was and worked under Carmy, he's probably just taken the elements that Carmy's great at and what he doesn't want to implement from Carmy and implemented that in how he mentors someone, which I think was great.
Yeah, and I just loved that interaction. And then him leaving at this really beautiful, gorgeous establishment and then going to this little boat. And then just like the shot of him just getting onto the boat. And
or like when he calls Io at night and stuff.
Yeah, it's just really like, back to real life or back to like the elements of like Chicago. The boat kind of felt like Chicago.
And his crush. He's a crush on Sydney, isn't it? That's his crush, man.
Yeah, but
do you know people said the relationship between Marcus and Chef Lucas is like mad homoerotic? Like
when they had it seen then.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Do you know what? Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah, a lot of people go into that bag. I can see that though. I can see that. It was very intimate. That was a very intimate scene.
Yes.
Super intimate.
But I think they do it so well throughout. Like every time they are cooking, they do make it like this intense, intimate,
personal moment.
Personal moment, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, like Sid Carmy.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of. Usually I love.
I'm not a fan of Sid Carmy. I don't want that to happen.
Wait.
I don't want that to happen.
You have to let me land. Yeah. You say
Here we go.
Okay.
No, that's what I'm saying. You have to let me land. So I told you, the bear does things really well. So it's not as if I was like shipping them. Yeah. But if
they created intimacy between them.
Yeah, but if it happened, I wouldn't have been angry because the bear treats the characters really, really well, yeah? And that scene, I think it's in season 2 or season 3, when they're fixing the table.
Screwing underneath the table.
Season 2.
That is the most... That's a sex scene. I don't care. That's a sex scene, yeah? Yeah. And then when he's like, oh, can I move? I'm like, oh my goodness, I give them room. Like, it was actually, I feel like I was watching something.
Like, should I be watching this?
I was like, oh my goodness.
Like, close his door, like.
And then season 3, yeah, Carby is genuinely fighting for his. I feel like at any moment in season 3, he could have just put a gun to his own head.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't ship them in season 3. But season 1 and 2, I was like, if you guys want it to happen, just do it well. I trust you.
Yeah.
But season 3, I said, God forbid.
God forbid.
Free my sister Sydney. I don't want to near that boy.
No.
So yeah, I wasn't shipping them, but
yeah.
They wouldn't be mad if they...
I think I'm part into it because I love that table scene, and you're right, that was so intimate. That was so like. Should I give you guys some room?
Yes.
But at the same time, I think what it would mean for Sydney to be with Carmy is what I don't like that aspect of, I don't know, because he's like with somebody else right now, and it's kind of, if they got together, it's giving like the guy who didn't look at the girl until it was too late, like one of those things where
it would fall into like certain tropes.
Yeah, or like she's pining for him. I don't want her to live like that. Like, just do you, like, forget Carmy.
Yeah, but also Carmy, I feel like Carmy honestly is always at the brink of like potential suicide.
Oh yeah.
And that's
sure,
that's
100%.
the reason I think Carmy needs to be with Carmy. Carmy needs to deal with Carmy first and then deal with someone else after. But
he's like that.
And I think
Shelby mean like.
Yeah.
we see that in season 2 though. Like throughout season 2, he struggles. He seems to really struggle to balance multiple things at once.
Yeah.
And he at the end of season 2, the episode The Bear, where he's, we'll talk about that later maybe, but he's confessing his feelings and he thinks he's talking to Tina, but he's talking to Claire Bear. Like, he clearly can't like focus on multiple things, and he's dedicated so much of his life to like this one thing, and this one thing has to be the thing. But Claire's like a once in a lifetime opportunity for him, and it seems to fit perfectly. But the cliche, it's at the wrong time, or
that relationship doesn't.
He's a classic bag fan.
Did Claire Bear didn't move you?
I'm not moved.
No, it doesn't.
But I don't think it was meant to move.
Yeah, I know. That's it's not meant to move us.
Yeah.
But I at least wanted to like, I want Carmy to be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Carmy doesn't want Carmy to be happy, and that's
the
issue. That's like, I feel like I'm fighting for something that he doesn't even want.
But I enjoyed the episode where he goes off with her to a party, like, and I think he said he hadn't been to a party for like 10, 15 years, and it was the first time.
Oh, he's so socially awkward.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so
Makes
good.
sense though.
Yeah.
I liked it for asking about understanding of who Carmy is, but I just don't care for the chemistry that them two have as a couple.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people have said that, like, and I don't know how I feel because I did quite enjoy like Claire Bear, like throughout the scene, but I do think that she was just, I guess, maybe there just as a vehicle for us to understand Carmy more towards the end,
100%.
especially.
Yeah.
I was hoping, especially when we get onto season 3, that we are going to, I guess, flesh out that relationship more
don't
rather than
want it
just
to be
feel
that.
like
No.
really.
Yeah, I think it being so surface level or us thinking that there's more to it and it isn't is what the relationship is meant to be. Because I feel like Carmy he's like constantly holding on to the past. We see that throughout all 3 seasons. He's on to the past and trying to long for. He thinks he needs love. He thinks he needs all these things. But what he really needs is to deal with his own emotions.
He does.
But he's like, anything to distract you, even borderline, and then telling everyone else like, oh yeah, me and Claire Bear, and it's like, oh yeah, go for Claire Bear, like Claire Bear, you and Claire Bear, now worshipping something that you don't even really want. Like, you've been told that you need to have like this nuclear family home, so he's trying to do that, but he doesn't really want it. So I think it being so surface level is perfect.
Okay.
100%.
No, fairs.
Interesting. My I know your favorite episode, and I don't necessarily like disagree,
It's not even my favorite episode. It's just like it's the one that sticks with me the most.
but I want to talk about Fishes before we talk about that.
That's fine.
Okay.
I think Fishes is the best episode in the series.
Understandable.
Visually, it does what it needs to do. It tells us where this is in terms of time period. Some of the color palettes, especially in the house, insane, man. And it tells you this is like a hostile environment without saying too much. You get some crazy guest appearances, bro. Sarah Paulson, Bob Odenkirk, like Rob Delaney. Is it Rob Delaney? Yeah? No?
Rob Delaney.
Rob Mulaney.
Is that Better Call Saul?
That's Bob
That's
Odenkirk.
Bob.
Oh, that's Bob. Okay.
Bob Odenkirk. Like some of the guest appearances.
I think John Mulaney.
John Mulaney. It's John Mulaney.
Oh, John
John Mulaney.
Yes.
Some of the
It's a
guest
crazy lineup, man.
some of the guest appearances are incredible.
And
Obviously, my boy, Mikey. Mikey Bizarro. John Burnford, my guy. Come on. Come on.
He's been a character.
He's been a
No,
character throughout the season.
I think that's the first episode, isn't it?
Wait, no, it's the first episode.
You see him in the first.
He's in season
where
1.
you-
He's in season 1.
Yeah.
There's a scene of him, Sugar, and
Yeah,
Mikey in the
he-
kitchen.
that was
Like
the first
season
time I
1.
saw him.
He's also in the last episode, no, of season 1 when like I believe what do you call it? Carmy is looking forward and then like he looks back at him.
Probably. Is
You
this when he
remember?
finds the money?
Yeah, remember like he's looking forward and then like someone cooking and then he looks back at him.
That would make sense because that's when he finds the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the tomato thing. I think, yeah, Mikey Bizarro. I think he's he's one of my favourite characters without even doing too much.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think he's a
100%,
great character.
100%. He
And John
is.
Burnford is like one of my favourite like supporting actors across like any film or TV show. He's a great supporting actor. Like, I haven't seen him leading much per se, but I think supporting.
I
Well, he
mean,
led in The
unless you
Punisher.
take the Punisher.
Yeah.
What,
Ma-
Punisher?
Mikey is to the bear what Shanks is to One Piece.
That
You're
is
talking a
so
language
true.
that-
Oh,
That's so true. That's so
good.
true.
Let me tell you why, yeah? It's because Hood
Minimal
is here.
appearance.
No, it's because
Crazy impact.
you
Crazy
can't-
impact.
No, it's because Hood is here, so he hasn't just got Jay share. He's also got Hood up. So he's like, well, I've got most of the team.
Oh, we got the team.
So me and Gaz just like, oh, whatever that
If
fucking
you knew
means.
how on point that was.
bro.
Oh, so good.
Oh, guys, if only you guys understood how
Hood, please.
great that point was.
Hood up,
That was banging.
Hood up, please.
The enabler.
Hood up, please. You're better than this.
But yeah,
Don't let him lead you to bad gang.
but with Fishes, it provides the most amount of context, give or take,
No effect.
out of the entire series in terms of episodes.
Yeah.
And Jamie Lee Curtis, whether you like her or not as a person, which is fair enough because I know you don't like her,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's completely understandable. Her character Donna is so intriguing,
Brilliant.
and the impact that she has on that family, like the entire family, like everyone is on tenterhooks and walking on eggshells because they're scared to say the wrong thing. Sugar, Mama, you
No.
okay? And like Donna just like erupting.
No, it's her holding her face and looking her in the eye. There are so
Yeah.
many moments of the bear where they're regular things to do to your family, yeah.
Yeah.
But when they do, it's like it feels so violent, yeah.
Yeah.
Her holding her face and basically being like, oh my goodness, that I'm just picturing that scene, that right there. I was like, oh my god, that's why Sugar's always like this.
Yeah.
That makes sense to why Sugar's like, her anxiety is actually worse than Carmy's because she's also pregnant for a lot of it. So we're like,
I
Baby
think
girl.
she has more emotional damage from her mother than
yes.
anyone.
In the Ice Chips episode, that becomes the most evident thing
Oh
ever.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
Which I think Ice Chips was great.
Or like anytime she said, "Are you okay?" I was pained for her because
Yeah.
I know this is like some weird like automatic trigger in her
Yeah,
brain
yeah,
that
yeah.
makes her say this. But it's like obviously it pisses her mum off, and that's the last thing she wants to do. But yet she still says it because there's just something in her mind.
And then she wants to still parent Carmy, who's constantly refusing to deal with his emotions while she's
Yeah.
trying to deal with hers. He won't deal with his.
And then Mikey's got his own.
Yeah.
Mikey's a drug addict.
Yeah,
Like
Mikey's drug addict.
Mikey's running his business into the ground. Like they've all got their own issues that they've all picked up from mum. I think their dad, which we find out in Ice Chips, their dad was present per se, but he was more focused on the business. And I think you see the two sons pick that habit up where they're so emotionally void, but very much present for the business side of things, which I really, really think is quite an interesting like dive into like family psychology and how trauma is passed down from parent to child and parent to child, which is what Sugar's scared of, isn't it? Yeah. Fishes though, the scene at the table when Mikey throws the fork.
Oh, guys, I was on edge that entire dinner scene.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I was like clenching.
Yeah, same.
No, that dinner scene was actually difficult to watch. But even like the build up, just being in the kitchen. Yeah, that moment when there's just the mess in the kitchen already gave me so much anxiety. But anxiety I shouldn't really have. I don't really care about stuff like that. But just watching their mess and it's like, oh, God, you guys don't want to deal with anything here.
Yeah.
Not the mess in your family, not the mess in the kitchen, and then you're gonna go to dinner table, mess there as well.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
I think so many American families could relate to that episode, and that's why it had such a big impact because it's like. Even just the way that the house is decorated, it's like your typical American family.
The big Christmas dinner thing.
And the Christmas dinner aspect, and it's like it's so big over there in the US where it's like they just seeing their own family on TV.
A lot of people said the same thing, but Manny made an interesting point when we potted about this last year, where you get like a moment of again calm and solitude between Carmy and Mikey, and it's like a minute and a half of just them two talking, which gives you
in the pantry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And at the start of the episode as well, where you see the 3 siblings outside.
Yeah, right before we go inside to the chaos.
So good.
They have to give us that moment first.
we need to understand that they actually do love each other, and there's actually love there before they're messed up by their parents.
Deep death before you go see.
And then it's like, oh my gosh, It's like when the cousins go outside.
100%.
Obviously, they're not smoking weed, but when the cousins go outside and just chat away, and it's like before you get into the house, and it's like, oh, trauma. Open the doors, trauma.
The episode also sets up the following episode. You know when Richie's with his ex-wife, and they're together with the baby, and you learn more about what he wants to do with his life. I think he speaks to Uncle Jimmy about like giving me an opportunity. I want to do something. I want to do something with myself. Then we go to Forks, and you get like a
before we get into Forks, one character that I want to highlight on Fishes that I think plays such a pivotal part in terms of like just breaking up the tension was the cousin's husband. I can't remember his name. The guy with the glasses.
John Mulaney's
character.
Yeah. Like he broke up the tension so much, especially when he has the conversation with the Fact brothers, and they're talking about
the baseball cards.
And then also he has that scene when he's giving grace in terms of like why they think the 7 fishes thing is an important thing. It says because you just want to show people that you love them, and he gives such a nice speech, and I feel like it added so much calm into the scene, and I think
something they're not used to.
Something they're not used to, and nobody else would have been able to give us that moment apart from him, and I think he does such a great job in breaking up the tension within that.
Who else was it that was like praising Carmy as well in that scene? Was it
his
I think it's Uncle Jimmy, no?
Yeah, about going to was it where he goes?
That's
Sarah Paulson.
How proud they are of her.
With the guy's wife, because
he was like, go to New York, get away from this mess.
Because then they can come stay with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, great character writing and great character additions.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think that episode
healed in New York as well. And it's like, you get to see the people who sort of helped him in that way, because it was so sweet when you watch that episode. So it just goes to show,
What a series. And then on to your favourite episode. Who wants to take the floor for this one?
I'll let Bisola go first.
Yeah, honestly,
If you can do this without saying he wears suits, I'll buy your
now.
Okay. Really difficult. I don't want the bottle that much.
Say the line. Say the line.
It's more than that, It's more than him changing how he looks, It's more than that. It's just him understanding that there is a hierarchy in things, and it's just his whole business perspective changing, and him wearing suits is the physical manifestation of his of growth. We've actually just watched him grow, and like that is his episode. Like you've watched his relationship with his wife, and like him kind of be like, yo, I gotta do something in my life here. You know what I mean? I actually gotta pattern up, and even if it means that I've got to clean the forks, or I've got to do that, clean the cutlery before I do anything else, and him understanding that, that person wants this, I'm gonna get them was like a deep pan pizza, like a Chicago pizza, and him, the pride he had in that moment of like going to do it and being like, you can actually be great at a role like this, versus him in like, was it season 1 or season 2 where Sid has to drive him somewhere because he's on the driving ban, and he's like, he needs to get stuff, and that argument he has with Carmy originally versus him in that exact moment having pride of like serving someone. That's why him wearing suits now is so important, because you've actually watched him grow, and like, that right there, it made me teary-eyed. Like,
that's a beautiful episode. What I love about this episode as well is because in season 2, it was almost foreshadowed, like, because in the first episode he has a conversation with Carmy about
basement.
kind of like, and he's telling him that story that he was reading a book about, like how to not get left out and stuff like that, right? So you could see like Cousin always had this kind of like will to
He's not
change.
even Italian.
Yeah. Show's funny. The show's a comedy, man. But like to kind of like see that throughout, like, because he knows what he needs to do, and like even as you said, like in Fishes, where he's with his wife and like you can tell he's a clearly caring man. He just doesn't know where to put all of that energy into, and then you go into Forks. You see him kind of like learn those habits, and what I think is so beautiful as well is kind of like you start each morning in his apartment. Starts off super messy. By the time we get to the end of the episode, everything's super clean. Like even he's looking at like the book is a little bit crooked or whatever. He's just straightening it out, and it's just like learning those habits, learning those things, and finally having that energy to not even energy. What's saying?
Finally having that energy to wear suits.
So finally having that energy to wear suits. There you go. And then just learning these things and finding his purpose, like it kind of like becomes a full circle moment, because he always thought that he was the character, seeing all of the people around him change. Like Carmy's already an excellent chef, same as Sid. Tina's going to coloring school. Like he's looking at it being like, fuck,
where do I fit in?
Where do I fit in? But then you almost flip it with, by the end of that season 2, where like he's already done that growth, and especially when he's having that argument with Carmy in the freezer, like Carmy somehow is the guy in the story where everyone's kind of like left him, moved on, whether it's like professionally or whatever, and then Carmy's the only one who's changed. Like I just love that full circle moment.
Carmy's stuck in the in that side.
Can someone let him speak, because he feels like he's bubbling away?
Yeah, go on.
You know what it is, that episode, why I think it's amazing, because you know at the end when he's listening to Taylor Swift as he's driving, I was like, yo, this song's a banger. What song is this? Bro, I was like, yo, hold on. I was like, yo, hold on.
No, but that is an important part of the episode.
Yeah, because his daughter,
daughter's favourite song.
Yeah, and then he didn't want to listen to it anymore. And then in that episode, he's probably bumping it, bears.
Yeah, and I love the. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, quickly.
Go on.
I was even saying to guys, like in terms of like what you guys spoke about, like that scene. I didn't even watch the episode. I was watching like a summary episode, and someone just describing the scene of him getting the deep dish pizza and running it back. Bro, it almost brought me to tears.
I'm telling you, it's really emotional.
It is,
bro. Just being reminded of the episode, and just him finally finding his purpose. And one thing that I really do appreciate is the something I feel like because it's been important since the start of season 1 was that every second counts.
Oh yeah.
And I think I feel like each of the characters are slowly realizing it in their own special way. And I think for Cousin, it's like I think his perception of it is like not necessarily that every second counts, but every person counts within the kitchen. And I really appreciate the fact that he finally got to that stage of realizing it.
Yeah.
Seeing his relationship with the Asian guy and the lady in the kitchen was amazing. And like I think throughout the episode, and for some things I've just watched generally recently, like your moments and interactions with people don't have to be prolonged per se, but they can still be so impactful. They can still be so meaningful towards your life. Even if it's like a fleeting moment or a fleeting conversation, they can be still such important moments to where you head towards for the rest of your life. And I think you see that with Chef Terry, you see that with the other 2 colleagues that he meets. And then he finds out that Carmy actually respects him and rates him.
Yeah.
Just wanted him to be better.
Yeah.
And that's so rich coming from Carmy in one sense, but it's also like so human in another. Like,
Also, Olivia Colman is in that episode as well.
Yeah, that's Chef Terry. Chef Terry.
Chef Terry.
She's a G, man.
Goat,
Do you know what I loved is the moment he gets to read out the what is it called? When that they
the
get
orders.
get the orders through.
I can't remember.
Because it happens at the restaurant back in Chicago. But when he gets to do that, and you're watching him almost practice what he's been preaching.
It's like a maestro.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, he's really good at, like, he actually gets what he's doing. There's just little moments I'm just like, oh.
Do you know with that episode especially, and I think The Bear does this a lot, where it's kind of like it's speaking to people about their own lives, where you can actually see somebody transforming their own life, because sometimes when people are like in a shit position or they're in a rut, they don't know what the future can look like or how they're supposed to do it. So when you watch Richie literally wake up, he wakes up a minute earlier every day, right, in the episode, and it's like, this is all it takes to change your life, and this is what you can do. You just show up every day and you become better, and it's like you get to see him actually wearing suits. Like, that nigga's putting on suits now.
Get that shit on.
Do you know what I mean? And what was he wearing before? God knows, like some marinara sweaty shirts or whatnot. So it's like, actually, that whole episode is how you can change your life.
That's our sixth member over there.
Oh,
That's our sixth member of the pod.
Fifth.
Okay.
I was mad, yeah. When I watched that episode, I was in the back of an Uber going to the club, yeah. And I've
That is fucking
and I'm
lit.
like,
This like 7 years ago.
Nah, for real.
chilling like 2, 3, I don't know. But yeah, I was going to Fabric. It was like a recess Fabric, not Village Underground.
Okay.
And I watched it and I was like, how am I supposed to go in there now and just
You're
to
so
act like I'm having fun? I'm deeply moved. I'm in a pensive state.
You're so funny.
Watching that on the way to the mall is kind of insane, though.
It's like every turn
Sometimes
I was
you've gotta,
taking,
like-
I was feeling every time.
That's so. Hold
It's a
on.
beautiful.
I'm in the club like this.
You guys don't know. Like you guys don't know. I just want.
Yeah,
You guys don't know. They don't know.
Before we go to season 3,
Yeah.
I think we have to talk about the bear episode as in season 2, episode 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the opening because it's Sydney leading the floor, which is like signaling to us that this is going to be the case for the rest of the episode. And she's so in command, but also very anxiety driven as well.
Yeah.
And we see that like when she goes out and vomits, and you know, when she finds out Carmy's locked in the freezer, she has a moment where she's like, oh shit.
But that's when Richie steps up as well.
Yeah.
That interaction.
Everyone has their role to play.
Which again comes to this whole full circle moment where everyone has moved on.
and
And
Carmy's
Carmy
stuck
is
in
the
the
only
fridge.
one stuck in the fridge.
And it's his own fault because he didn't want to fix the fridge.
Yeah.
He
didn't
want
want
to
to fix the
himself.
fridge, and it's like it kind of like becomes
Come
a
on,
point.
man.
No, that was guys.
That's giving Dostoevsky.
Yeah. See,
I'll take that, whatever that means.
Crime and Punishment. Read that.
Nah,
You
but
ain't that shit.
no, but it also kind of like sorry.
No problem.
No, it also kind of like shows that Carmy is almost like no longer needed because like in season 1 they are like.
Let me let you land. Sorry.
Because like you look in season 1, like how heavily dependent they are on him.
On him,
'cause
yeah.
The only kind of like real chef, so to speak, right? And then by the end of season 2, everyone's functioning like everyone stepped up to such a high level that they got able to, or they were able to go through the opening without him, so to speak. And that's not to say that he's not needed ever, but it's almost kind
He
of
has
like
to fix himself to have his true role to play.
exactly that. And it's just like a thing of like, and you can see it with Carmy as well throughout like the episodes between season 1 and 2, and maybe even a little bit 3. He does have this inherent arrogance about him.
Yeah,
Where he's
yeah.
like, I am the GOAT.
But that's the reason Tina didn't really like him at first. Cause it's like, you're not going to come in here and think you're better than us after never really coming to this place and telling us that we want to get a star. Fuck you and your star. I think that was
exactly.
That was everyone's mantra, like fuck you and your star, and that's why Sydney caught smoke. It was residual smoke from Carmy. But yeah, that episode is.
That's a great episode, man.
There's a scene when he's obviously Donna comes as well, and she has a conversation with Pete, and she says, "I don't want to go inside," because she eventually says, "Because I don't think I deserve to see it." And then when we have Carmy in the fridge saying that he doesn't think he deserves Claire or deserves to be happy, and like I really do appreciate the parallels between Carmy and Donna, and even Richie saying you're just like Donna,
and that sets him off.
And
that sets him
Oh,
off.
he goes even further.
Yeah,
Fuck
he
you.
says, "Oh,
You're not part of this family. Fuck you. You're not a potato.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just highlights just how much he is like his mom, and he doesn't realize it. But I think them two just lean into different substances to an extent. Like he's all in. Like he doesn't know how to do things in moderation. I think that's the biggest issue.
Yeah.
With him not forgetting to call the guy for the fridge because he's spending so much time with Claire. But now he feels like he has to completely cut off Claire just so he can be a full chef in the kitchen. But he doesn't realize that is an illness in itself. Like he can take things in moderation.
It's a coping mech, but you're taking it way too far.
Yeah, because everyone else is managing to balance things. Like, do they have two heads?
And he even mentions that in season 1, episode 8, sorry, where he's speaking to, I think he's with the therapist, and he says his brother wouldn't ever let him cook with him or be in the kitchen with him, blah, blah, blah. He's like, fuck you, I'm going to prove to you I can do this. A lot of this is about like proving himself to himself as well as his brother, even though his brother's not even here anymore, which is a wild
And the
one.
thing
Kind
is,
of
like,
proves something to a ghost.
yeah, like I think there's this, like, again with Carmy as well, like he constantly misunderstands things, because it's like the reason why Mikey didn't want to let him cook with him is not because he didn't believe that he was good of a cook or anything like that. It's just like, yo, go be your own person. You don't have to do what I do.
Yeah.
Do your own thing.
Because he felt like a dork his entire life, and his Mikey was the cool guy.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
he was just trying to be
But also,
like...
Mikey felt cursed by
Yeah.
the beef, and he didn't want to curse his own brother.
Exactly that. So he's like, yo, go do your own thing. Like, but Carmy read it as like, oh, he doesn't think I'm good enough. He doesn't want me to be here or anything like that. Man, this is What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? We're talking about the best show ever.
You know the scene there where like they're on opposite sides of the fridge or the freezer.
Yes.
Yeah.
That shot right there.
That
yeah.
shot is
It
incredible.
pissed me because I just want to hit.
Claire
I
and-
just
Claire
want
and,
to knock his head.
The first
Bro.
And Carmy.
But the Claire, it's the same parallel.
Yeah.
I just want to knock his head. Honestly, the side by side shot, I was just like, Carmy,
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
But you know what? There's something about him I can't help but like. Still.
Yeah, no, I still
All
Oh,
the
yeah,
same,
of course.
And this is
you
the
can
problem.
still see like there's someone there
Yeah.
that can be great, which is the frustrating part, and you're like, Carmy, show me.
we all want him to be great, but Carmy doesn't want to be great. And this is the
He
thing.
doesn't want to be
He thinks
happy. That's the
greatness
thing.
is that one thing.
Yeah,
What do you
but
think his redeeming qualities are? Like, because we all like Carmy, but why?
he's actually really
do you?
caring. He
Because
really
he
does.
goes
he
hard.
He's
cares.
really
He-
caring.
he's-
Like
Yeah.
he does. He's just got a terrible way of showing it.
Yeah.
But even when he does show it, like the moments again,
He shows it in
Tina,
fleeting moments.
Like, oh, I didn't ask for it back. That's him being like, oh no, I'm proud of you. Go and do what you
Yeah,
need to do.
he's quite a
Instead of just saying it.
nurturing
He is.
boss.
Yeah.
He does have
Yeah.
love in his heart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even the patience he had with Sydney with the reviews episode before he crashed out, he actually was being calm with everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone's like trying to show him different things that whole episode. It's like,
But he's only a person.
but he's just
Yeah,
like,
it's
then he's
just-
like, yo, can you guys be serious for a second? Like we fucked up here.
And Marcus is a crazy guy for that.
Yeah,
Marcus
Mark,
being
like, there's no
I'm
world
sorry, Mark
where I've seen.
deserved.
Yeah, he deserved that. There's no. There's no.
No,
world
you're bringing this
where
to me now.
Because like
Shut up,
everyone,
bro.
because the thing is, you can hear everyone screaming in the background, right? Marcus is just like,
There's gritting teeth as well.
And he actually had other things he had to work on.
yeah.
Because Marcus had other tasks that day. He did. Because remember, Carmy telling him like you had other things to do, but he's like, I don't know, I'll get that done, but I also want to like show you something that I've learned all the time.
Do you know what makes that scene much worse? Is because
That's so
Marcus
funny.
messed up.
Yeah, what's the
Marcus
thing he
messed up
broken?
before when he was doing too many things. And then remember, the beef had to, the electricity went out.
Mm-hmm.
And then Marcus was just like, oh, I messed up. And then Carmen was like, it's fine. You're gonna mess up again.
Yeah.
It happens, but you just need to
Lock in.
and show
Yeah.
up. And then the next incident is that you not locking at all. After you already like cost us a whole day, like you're doing this.
No,
He's
you know
just a
what?
sweet,
Carmen
innocent
even
summer
went-
child,
Carmen
man.
didn't even do enough. Carmen didn't do enough.
If
Carmen
any-
didn't do enough.
if
bro.
anything-
I think Marcus
Should have stepped on that. Bow. Don't ever do that
Instead,
again.
he scooped it up. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, he's funny. I think Marcus is like he's a great like what's the word? Comic relief. He's great comic
Oh
relief.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Because it's not intentional, he's just being himself. And that's
Yeah.
why I'm like,
also so human.
yeah.
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 just so proud of what he's done. He just wants to show him like, hey man, like I did
It's
this.
not the right time.
But like, nigga, look around the room.
But
Have
like,
some
do you know
social
what?
awareness.
Do you know what
That's
he
not
does?
the Last time he lacked social
It's not the
awareness.
first, it's not the last.
Because we're stuck for time, let's do season 3.
Yeah.
Opening episode is from a visual, but
You really like that episode actually.
he loves it more than me.
I love.
But I think that's a
What is the starting episode?
It's just the montage
The
of
montage.
Montage of
Chicago.
him.
Okay.
Yeah, it's literally just
Oh,
like, us
that-
Chicago.
Anyway.
of
Go,
Chicago,
no, you go.
but also of some of the thoughts that he has. And I like the way the episode frames memories as they're not linear. The memories don't go from the start of your life to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moments.
They just go in moments where you remember the good, the bad, the medium, the boredom, the craziness. And that's how the episode frames a lot of what he sees or what's around him. Like there's some shots that are just of him and like Will Poulter's character, Chef Lucas, like a different kitchen we've never seen him in before.
Yeah.
And then it's him working with different types of chefs from different parts of the world. And it's like, that's how memories work. And that's what I took from the episode is just this collage of thoughts that he has, which all still boil down to that one night in the kitchen where he wasn't there for the people that he needed to be there for. Not realizing that whilst they did need him, they were capable without him.
It's crazy because that episode should have been really calm, but it still didn't feel that calm.
Episode 1.
Yeah.
Oh, that was very because I feel like that episode was a visual representation of what was going on in Carmy's head.
Yeah, and there's nothing calm about his head.
And he's very chaotic because I even really did appreciate the fact how that episode ends with him trying to put together a dish and it's all being all chaotic, and at the end he does it nicely, and then this is actually meant to be for Sydney.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really
Yeah.
I thought that was a really really nice touch, man.
Yeah, but it's just, I feel like it was meant to be a bit more calm because honestly, I watched it and I was just like, God, it's just, my heart's just racing, like constantly beating.
And I just say Sugar in season 3. I thought she was a great character in season 3, man.
Is she your
So
season
good.
3 MVP?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yes.
know.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
was the
MVP?
backbone of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Man.
Without her, they would have died.
Yeah.
They'd get
Yeah,
crumbled.
literally.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she would have actually
because
passed
she
away.
calms a lot of the storms while she's
She
trying to deal with
does.
her own pregnancy.
Yeah. Why she
Wow.
exactly?
No, and it's like that conversation with her and Sydney when she's made her the omelette, yeah?
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, but that, guys, I'm gonna try again.
I love
Yeah.
Sydney.
Their relationship, Sugar and Sydney, together, it was like Jesus Christ. It was a lot to watch, yeah. But even just her like talking about, she's not really saying much to Sydney at that moment in time, but she's just feeling little bits of like just anxiety. Or Sydney's been like kind of talking about her fears and whatnot and this and that and this, but not talking in complete sentences. She doesn't say much to Sydney. Then fleshes it out later when she's talking to Carmy. I'm pretty sure. Is it Carmy she's talking to or Richie? Talking about her fears of motherhood.
Yeah.
Who's it?
She talks to Richie.
Richie.
She talks to Richie.
But she says things to Sydney, but it's not a lot. But it's like, oh, here's this, and Sydney's so proud of what she's made her and stuff. But she's like, oh yeah, thank you, but this, but thank you, but this. Like, and it's like, oh my goodness, Sugar, like you're really fighting for your life right now.
Yeah.
And it's just like, Donna, the wickedness you have done.
Oh my
The wickedness you
God.
have
The
done.
numbers on that girl.
I know we're jumping. That does take us to Ice Chips, which I know not everybody loved, funnily enough, but I thought it was a
Who are
great...
those people?
Yeah.
I just want to talk.
You didn't love Ice Chips, did you?
So I really like.
It's my fault. Yeah, it's my fault.
I think
my
because it was talked about so
It was
much.
my fault. It was my
I
fault.
went in there was I
Okay.
think it definitely changed.
What's
how,
Ice Chips?
Donna and
Sugar.
Sugar's episode. When,
The pregnant. She's giving birth.
Yeah.
I love Ice Chips.
Yeah,
I think Ice Chips is
You got-
great.
Oh,
That's good,
I
that's
love
good.
Ice Chips.
Ice Chips is.
Just like the amount of turmoil and
Man.
trauma that's been passed down, and we see Sugar completely trying to avoid it, and she finally like opens up for the first time ever and tells her like what you've done to not just us but me specifically. And I would argue she was the worst recipient of.
100%. That's what I said. Yeah.
Despite
100%.
Carmy maybe being like the most obviously damaged, I think
It's
she's
because Carmy doesn't want to deal with it. Like,
Sugar tries.
Sugar's trying. She's really
Yeah.
trying to be a better person. Carmy's like, I'm a shit person. I'm gonna make it everyone else's problem. Whereas
Yeah.
Sugar's like, I'm a shit person. I'm gonna try and deal with it.
She's not
Yeah.
a shit person.
Yeah.
No, like,
No.
like
But she's just
I'm
got,
damaged, but I'm gonna try and
Yeah.
deal with it. Carmy's like, I'm damaged. How can we make this worse?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what Carmy's mantra is like.
Or
yo.
how can I run away?
Yeah.
But she's like trying to heal a damaged person. That's only gonna do you.
Yeah.
And
No,
that's
I really kind of like well, to you guys' point, kind of like, because it shows like this parallel, because on the surface she is the most emotionally person, but like when you really look at it on the inside, she's incredibly like strong, brave, and everything.
Oh, she's the one that's
Yeah.
She's the
she's
parent.
carrying them in season.
Yeah, exactly.
As
Like
a
just-
character, at least.
like as you were saying, she was the worst recipient of it as well, which I think plays into this whole kind of like mother-daughter aspect as well, where sometimes, especially like
100%.
like, well, not in my household specifically, but like look at the relationship between my mum and her mum, or my grandma in that sense, where
You're an only child. You are.
no, I got two little brothers.
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah, but
Could have sworn you were an only child. Sorry.
no, but no, but like
How
like
long have you been doing this podcast?
Yeah, for on it.
we
No,
don't
actually, no.
we
I knew you had a
just-
young brother. I didn't think you had 2
weeks ago.
Nah.
This is my 3rd day out here, man. I knew you had a young brother. I thought it was just one. I thought it was you and him.
Okay, no, I got two. But that's all to say that like you can see the differences in how kind of like the mums treat their daughters in comparisons to their sons. Because I saw, especially with how Carmy's mum treats Sugar, I was instantly saw the
The
parallels
difference between her and the way she treats Carmy and Fishes, for example.
Exactly.
So different.
But you're
Exactly.
the eldest daughter, aren't you?
No, I have an older sister, but
Yeah.
she's not much older than me. But yeah, this episode for the girls.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
girl with a
Yeah, yeah,
mother, like this is
Yo,
for us.
crazy. No, honestly, I watched that. I was like, fuck me, man.
Man.
I'm the youngest, but also I've got an.
I could tell.
Right. Okay, I'm the youngest, but also
You know what it
I've
was?
got
That
an-
was said as a slight as well.
It was said as a slur. It was said as a slur. Him, especially. But I've got an older sister, yeah. And when we talk about our relationship with my mum, full stop, yeah.
Different.
She's like, "What are you even talking about?" Like the running joke is that my mum fell off, yeah, because I've got tattoos and piercings, yeah, and quite a lot of them.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
done.
And they were like, "Your mum fell off, bro,"
Yeah.
because my mum saw my tattoo for the first time like last year, my ankle one, and she's like, "Oh, another one." That's what she said. Yeah, my brother was
Another
like,
one.
and he was like, "That's what you gotta say. That's what you gotta say.
Yeah,
Just
man.
another one. That's what you gotta say. So you know that she had more before." He's like, "Yeah, mum fell off. Call my sister. Mum fell off. Mum fell off." Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Goodness gracious me."
That
Yeah,
is
your
the
eldest
number
one's-
one
Oh, man, it's a
older
shame when you
sibling
see your goat wash.
conversation.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
our
a
parents
shame.
fell off.
No, he said when you see your goat
but
wash.
the amazing thing, but again, what the show did is it peels layers like slowly. So like, we didn't know much. You could have guessed Donna had her own trauma, but we didn't know until that episode where Donna actually reveals, oh, she had her own emotional baggage and
She had
trauma.
issues.
Yeah.
And she didn't have a husband there to support her raise these kids either. He was too busy with, I'm assuming it's the beef because it's a family restaurant. Like she's had to do all of this on her own whilst dealing with her own trauma, and that's why Sugar's so scared because she's like, I've seen that passed down from grandma to mum. I don't want that for my child. Which I thought,
She's like getting more involved in the bear as well. So it's like, I don't actually want to be my mum. I think that's Watching, that's why I shipped was just like.
It's a great episode.
Yeah, I think it's the best
Fantastic
episode from that season actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I've got Napkins as one, man.
Napkins is my favourite.
Napkins is great, but I ships there's something
How
like
long?
it just felt.
Just speak it out. You might as well. How long?
An hour in it, so.
Oh, oopsie.
Yeah, so another 5-ish.
15.
Yeah.
Go
We could go on for longer to be.
Yeah.
Another hour.
I think Napkins is the best from season 3.
100%.
Firstly, that being Io's debut directorially is.
Shout out to Ayo, friend of
Do
the
you know
show.
what? Yeah.
She smashed
No,
it.
for
Friend of
real,
the show
friend of the show,
indeed.
for real, man. Because that's my leader. Go.
If there's one person, if there's a few, if I could have the whole cast of the Bear here, friends of the show on the pod, great. But I think I'd want her first.
I think.
Oh,
I think
no
we have to
question.
pick one person universally.
Io.
It's Io.
Ayo.
Oh yeah.
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 It'd be
Wait,
Io.
That's a
Who's second?
no-brainer.
Jeremy.
Though, like.
It'd be Io, Jeremy, and Ebon Moss.
Yeah.
Okay, we're all in agreement. Go.
But
Yeah.
Lionel could be great as
love
Marcus. That would be
Lionel.
fucking cool. Tina, can you? Oh, come
Tina would
on,
be
man.
great
In
as
fact,
well.
I'd get her to
All
say
of you.
Jeff.
Do you know
on
what?
the pod.
Yeah.
Get everyone.
Bring them
Get
all on,
everyone.
guys. Bring them all
Bring
on.
them all. Bring them all.
Disney, FX, you heard us first, man. We're like probably the biggest fans of the show. I would say, like,
Yeah.
easily.
For sure.
But Napkins is cool.
Or just Jason. Just get Jason there.
Yeah.
He can the front for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
Nah, man. but
Napkins is brilliant. Jason, is Napkins one of your favorites?
It's one of my favorite episodes. My favorite is episode 10, season 3, man.
All right,
Like,
we'll save you.
Oh,
yeah, well,
okay.
like
There's anyone specifically you want to talk about Napkins?
Yes, I do want to talk about
Yeah,
that. 'cause
money.
I think I know it is a Tina episode, and we'll get into Tina in a second. But I think the amount that we got about
Mikey is my
from,
guy.
from that episode,
That's
even
my
like,
guy.
Yeah.
even getting the scene of him sending the picture to Carmy, that we saw the picture at the beginning.
See how proud he
on
was?
Episode 1, yeah. Like it's
That's my brother.
like and from previous episodes we don't really get to see Mikey being proud of Carmy, not in that sense. The way that, because I think this is the first time we see Mikey talk about Carmy when Carmy's not there.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see how this is how he feels about his brother, and just the humanization of Tina. Because throughout the whole episode, we shown her being treated as subhuman to an extent.
Yeah.
From her old employer to the interviews that she was having.
For sure.
She wasn't because of her age.
Oh,
wasn't-
that one
Yeah.
where she
The
got
guy?
kind of
wanted
like
to fight him.
The guy in the
Yeah.
tall building.
Yeah.
where she got
What-
done for the
right.
interview.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Do you
I
know what
wanted
that
to
was
just
giving?
put my hand through that
Pursuit of
screen.
happiness.
And she said,
It was
fuck
Pursuit
you.
of
It was Pursuit of Happiness.
You heard the
Yeah.
conversation we were having about Pursuit of Happiness earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wait, you weren't rocking with it?
No, we love.
Oh, no,
No, really, yeah.
But Sam, he's just a
I
punk.
am legend of Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh, Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
but why? Quickly, just two
Because
sentences.
I like to be moved.
Exactly.
and I-
Exactly. No, hold on. Just stop there. You're
Yeah.
perfect. Correct. Right answer.
Yeah.
Right answer.
See the thing with that scene though.
Yeah.
Tina's like, fuck you. And the guy's like, oh. Like, that's the first time he realised like he treated her like a person that, like, he listened to what she said.
Yeah.
Because before he hadn't acknowledged anything
Yep.
she had said.
Mm.
And then when she shows some sort of passion and anger, he was like, oh shit, like she's cooked me, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She cooked me. But yeah, no, Mikey
But
was
yeah,
great in
the
that episode.
humanization of even when she walks into the beef, and then cousin gives her
Free sandwich.
gives a sandwich just to take for free. I think she starts crying when she bites
She
into
does
it.
cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, she starts crying because obviously
Man.
she's had
That's
a
when
hard
I started crying.
day. Yeah, I don't blame you. She had a hard day, and it's like the first time all day somebody has shown like any sort of humanity towards
Yeah.
her, and then she sits down and has a conversation with Mikey, and Mikey just offers the job.
But again, like what we spoke about before with the series and how you can have fleeting moments and conversations with someone that you've never met before, and they can be such life-changing moments without
Yeah.
you ever
Yeah.
realizing, because she goes from that to becoming a sous chef in potentially a Michelin star restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild to think of, but that sparked off like one-off conversation that might not have happened because Mikey didn't have to go and speak
Yeah.
to her.
Mikey was a really great person.
No, he is.
Like,
He's a
Lovely.
fantastic.
He's
person.
really like the parallels between him and Carmy is crazy. But like,
There's a lot of similarities though.
So similar.
but it's also like their people skills.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
Mikey was.
That's the
just-
biggest difference.
that is the
The
one
charisma
thing.
was off the chain.
Yo.
Oh, the conversation.
Aura. That's what Aura King.
Aura.
Aura King.
Or a king.
He was aura farming.
Aura.
Aura
No, it
farming.
wasn't even. It wasn't even farming. That's real
It
spill.
was just straight
That-
spill. Yeah.
Yeah, he was cooking.
No, you
Nah,
couldn't.
facts.
But
Facts.
it was even interesting when you look at the different reasons why they both do what they do. Yeah, Mikey specifically said, "I did this because of the people, man.
Yeah.
I did this
Yeah.
because of the conversations." Carmy is chasing this thing that might not ever fulfill what he actually wants from life. It's just what he thinks it
I
is.
don't even know what Carmy really wants to achieve in life. You know.
No, that's why I said Mike, because we don't know, and it's
That's the craziest thing because like the Bear as a series, we think he wants this really successful restaurant. Da, da, da.
He doesn't
I
know
don't
what
know if he really wants
he
it.
doesn't know what he wants.
I think, I mean, if we're gonna go out on a limb and guess, like the only thing that I can imagine is that he just wants to make specifically Mikey proud
Yeah.
and whatnot, because it's like
But,
that's why
like,
he goes.
He's already made Mikey proud.
Yeah, but okay.
But
Yeah,
then
but he doesn't know.
exactly,
that.
it's
He
own-
doesn't know.
It's
that.
what
That's
he
the thing.
thinks would make Mikey proud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'Cause
exactly.
He's chasing a ghost who already told him when he was alive, hey man, like, well done.
Yeah,
He's already done all of that, but he's like, no, I've got to do what he's done. But you got into his business and it was a failing business.
Yeah.
So what are you even chasing at this point? That's the
I
thing with
think
Carmy. Like, what are you chasing?
I think in the end, when he heals, he'll figure out he's just pursuing his culinary passions.
Yeah.
He just wants to cook. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? On some ratatouille.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Real spill.
Yeah, sure.
That's real. Now, Napkins is a great episode. Like, Tina's journey is beautiful to see. Again, the show does a great job of just adding context where you might not expect it to come. The episode was kind of like, you know, you're going to get something like that.
Yeah.
But actually getting it for Tina was great.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get Fishes in episode in season 2. Like, it does it really, really tastefully. You don't just get like a throwback episode for the sake of it because, you know, we need to fill time and space. It's actually giving you information.
It's just
yeah,
such a
it's
great
got-
series.
serves
That
a great purpose.
I feel like they treat it really well, and that's the reason I was shipping Carmy and thingy. Not really shipping them, but
Forbid.
Mm-hmm.
it's because they've done everything really well prior. I don't think they'll do anything badly.
Yeah.
Like,
Agreed.
if you want to give us not now though. Carmy needs to go to therapy.
Oh,
like
for
properly
sure.
though, not like the therapy he's going to.
This
now.
guy needs help.
He needs
This
to.
guy needs
He needs
help.
to get
He needs some
section
help.
for everyone's sake, just for a bit. Take a seat.
You know what?
And they go.
Him and his sister.
You know-
Him and his sister together, just
You know,
like
you
they
know what I
gotta
think
go.
would help? A conversation with his mum, which he doesn't want to have.
yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Which we've not gotten yet.
which we know that
see
is an
what
episode
direction-
pending.
We'll be interested to see what
I'll be in
direction
it,
they'll go with Sugar in season 4.
Sorry, because I was talking over you, so I didn't catch it.
Yeah, I'll be interested what direction they'll go with Sugar in season 4.
Mm.
Look forward to seeing that.
One aspect of season 3 that's like kind of slept on is Ebro getting the support for the beef aspect, for the front serving aspect.
Yep.
I thought that was so cool, just a little touch for his character who doesn't get the focus per se. Like, he's such an important part of
Just holding like what really that restaurant is to people.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
they?
it was
didn't they say
cooking
Jones
that.
is making
Oh,
money?
they were making dough.
That's what
That's
they were
what,
making.
that's what's paying the bills.
That's
like,
what they really were known for. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. I didn't realize that Chicago had so many Michelin star restaurants. Because when the series started, I was like, why do they even want to get a star? For it's Carmy's crazy dreams. Chicago's actually known for their Michelin star restaurants, so it's actually not a crazy thing. Full stop. Because you're gonna say something.
Yeah, so I said, didn't they say in the season 3 that the restaurant is failing, but the beef part of it is why it's making money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even like Chicago as a whole in real life, anyway, is actually known for like these phenomenal restaurants.
Wasn't there an episode where it was like there were restaurants failing around them?
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
went
And
towards
yeah,
Oh,
and it's
okay.
like the
Sydney.
beef is just
Season 1 when
Yeah. microphone. Kids.
Oh,
when Carmy sends Sydney, what do you call it? Out
Yeah,
going-
around the place. Yeah.
everyone's
And they trying to nab her as well.
That's
They
season-
trying
that's
to nab
season
her. That was too.
That's season 2, yeah.
That was crazy.
Speaking of trying to nab Sydney, I cannot wait to see her get the fuck out of that restaurant.
we'll
currently-
get onto it. We'll get onto
I
it.
think they're
We'll get
right.
onto it.
No,
Wait,
it
it's
can't-
gonna hurt.
It's a big part of season 3. So
I don't know. I don't know if I really want to. Like, I want her to go, but like,
I think it'll break my heart.
I want her to go.
it's gonna hurt me.
yeah,
in
it's
the place
gonna
I've
hurt
never
me.
hurt.
But I just want the best for her.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
her to
And
go,
yeah.
but I think her long-term future is there. It just something has to change.
Yeah.
Something has
Or
to
maybe
change.
she'll
something
realise
we know
it's
it.
too
The thing
early.
is, the bear doing really well
something.
reflects better on her than any other restaurant doing really well.
Yeah.
The bear doing really well is actually like her pride and joy in it.
Yeah.
But like, if another restaurant that she's working in does well, it's like, yeah, but you're great anyway, so you're gonna be great. To this.
Yeah.
But you've transformed this place with Carmy.
It's true.
So I mean, I think it's better if this restaurant gets its star and it's
First.
actually like,
yeah.
No, but
That's a big deal. I don't
but
know, man,
You
it's
need to
hurting.
remember that she with that in that scenario, she can't just up and leave because she'll be a partner
yeah.
in the bear. Because
But she
hasn't
hasn't
signed it yet,
decided
though.
it.
Hasn't
She
signed it
hasn't
yet.
signed it
she
yet.
does stay. That's sign a contract. That's her staying for long term.
Yeah.
And even with season 2, when we're talking about Sydney going around and talking to all these different restaurants and about restaurants failing, I think it also adds to anxiety, the fear of it not working out.
That's her dad.
Yeah, with the conversations I had with dad about businesses failing, and then obviously the way that how flaky Carmy has been, especially in season 2 and more spots of season 3. So
She's just holding it down.
yeah, man.
And
mean,
also,
but you
if
see
it
how-
blows up, if it blows up, who's on the papers? It's Carmy.
It's Carmy.
Yeah.
not her.
Do you know what I mean?
No, that's the problem. But like you see it all kind of like come to a manifestation towards the end of season 3,
Yeah.
where she breaks down.
Oh, you know when they're all celebrating.
When they're all celebrating,
drinking
and then,
with
like,
Chef Terry,
And she
then-
has the panic attack
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And then I was just like, nah, this girl needs to get out of here, man. Like, she already had a great offer, 80K a year.
I think she'll cut, but I think she'll end up back there at some point.
Bro,
that's,
it
that's
has
maybe
to.
me being.
Or
That's
she'll
maybe me
grow.
being Disney. I don't know.
She'll grow within the bear. She'll like
Sorry.
make it something, and then she'll be like, "I'm off. Like I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna
That
be a
could be
world-renowned
interesting.
chef." That's what I want for her. I want her to hit the tap,
guys.
leave them niggas in dust.
But you said you liked episode 10 the most, innit?
Oh yeah, I liked episode 10 the most, like mainly because of the moment I just said, but also like Carmy facing Chef David.
That might be very interesting
Like-
and important like arc for him going forward.
That like for me,
Confronting a demon.
yeah, exactly, him confronting his demon, and then the thing that I find so beautiful, which goes back to the whole how well the show written is, how well written the show is, like the like you. In real life, you don't often get the answer that you want, especially when you're dealing with.
Oh, Chef
you know,
David
people
was a dickhead.
He's
oh.
like especially when you're dealing with people like who cause you trauma.
Yeah.
And he goes, all right,
So?
but look how you turned out.
Yeah.
It was like, you're welcome.
Yeah.
His whole thing was like, you're actually welcome, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I did it twice. Even.
If I had a chance to do it again, I would.
Have you guys seen Whiplash?
Yes. It's
Yes,
exactly
it's
that.
the exact same.
Because even at the end when he's like drumming for his life. It's like,
Exactly, and he smiled at him.
Yeah.
He wants approval.
But with Whiplash, or the difference between that is like the main character himself, like he eventually like he reveled in it, like that's not the right word, but he loved it. Whereas Carmy, like he can still see the damage that he caused them, and then his frustrated tear. I thought that was so real. I was just like, yeah, that is so fucking real, Carmy.
It made him human.
It made him so human, but the fact that he kind of like he realized or he recognizes the damage that has been caused onto it, and then unknowingly passing that on to Sid.
Yeah.
Like, he's just like, bro, man, you became the villain you didn't want to
it
be.
breaks his heart to know that he's done that to Sydney.
Yeah.
as well.
So, oh man, what
Might be
show,
too
man?
late.
It might be, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because he's already.
We love this show way too much, you know.
Yeah.
Because we're all just going, oh.
Yeah.
Hopes for season 4. Let's do a quick hopes and expectations. I think it.
Nothing. I just
They
One
can
thing I
keep
will
on
say,
going.
I think
I just want them to survive.
I think where season 3 didn't appease everyone, it seemed to have a bit of a slower storytelling purpose where it always focuses on characters, but it didn't necessarily move them massively forward.
Yeah.
I think season 4 will be not a return to form, but a return to like the pace we know the series to be, because this was filmed back to back as well. So I think they did it kind of intentionally. And I think when you watch it back as a whole, let's say in 2 years' time when The Bear's done, and we watch season 1 to season 5, if it's 5, I think it will go 5.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
We'll see the entire purpose of season 3 serving a real like.
I love the pace of season 3, and I think it was so necessary.
I thought so.
Again,
Yeah.
a super easy binge as well, but it was just like it filled the gaps in. Like season 2 was like step by step, and then season 3 was like, actually no, here's why this has happened step by step. It was perfect. When people talk about the pacing, I'm like, guys, you needed to breathe
people
for a
weren't
second.
impressed by it.
And that upset me. I was like,
they
yo.
weren't. But I really like it.
I think it just sets apart the people that just watch stuff for no reason compared to the ones who.
Tisha, you guys are real watchers.
Yeah, like the real viewers.
That's tea for me, man.
Yeah.
And I also think, I've lost it. It's gone. Yeah, that's annoying. I had something and it's completely gone.
You'll remember by the time we do the review for season 4.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun. Quick, can I do some games quickly? Yeah, we have to do games, man. Right. I'm gonna go with Jason.
Oh damn.
On the spot, you have to give us your ranking of the top 5 episodes from The Bear, 5 to 1. You have a minute on the clock because Kiz is on me. He says time is ticking.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put the clock, and you have to give explanations for each, and you've got a minute. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's fine.
So 3, 2, 1, off you go.
Okay. Season 1, episode 7 review. The chaos is fantastic. Then season 2 as my number 4. Episode 6, Napkins. No. guys.
We're locked in.
Wait, no, not season 2. So season 3, episode 6, Napkins. Tina's like learning more about her. Absolutely amazing.
Shout out to I's director debut.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Mikey
her,
as well.
for real. And then 3, season 2, episode 6. I want to say, is it 6? Fishes, yeah. Again, goes back to that whole chaos factor, the family dynamics, absolutely amazing.
Supporting characters.
characters.
The guest appearances are crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. And then as my number 2, season 2, episode 7, Forks.
Oh,
He wears
goes
suits
without
now.
saying.
He wears suits now.
I can't think of that episode without thinking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he
Literally,
wears suits now,
he
man.
wears
It's like,
suits
come
now.
on, man.
It's
I need to know the brand of suits that he wears.
Yeah,
as well.
like that tie was skinny as shit. Though.
Yeah.
And Jason, your number one?
my number one, season 3, episode 10. I can't remember the title, episode title name, but I don't know, to just put it in one sentence.
Episode 10. Oh, I thought I had it, and I don't. That's bad.
I can't remember
It's
the
fine.
name.
The producer will produce.
Yeah,
It's fine. Go on. Cook.
What did you say?
no,
season 3.
episode
Come on
10.
now, sir.
But
Episode 2, you say?
10.
10.
this guy,
Forever.
Forever. Oh my god, what
Should've known that.
a name. But anyway, confronting demons, man,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the frustration about it all, tear jerkers all around. Yeah,
Cool.
love.
And who wants to do the final game?
Depends what the game is.
I can't tell you. It's about the bear, though.
I'd like to think so.
That's all I can tell you.
Can we go halves? Me and Manny.
No.
Okay.
Do you want to do a solo? Should I?
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay.
All right, Bisola, this is an easy one for you. I need you to give me your top 5 ranking for the characters.
Oh, easy. Okay, cool.
I don't know
Alright.
why you're so apprehensive.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just really nervous. Okay, so in fifth
Guys make you
place,
nervous.
huh?
These guys make you nervous.
Guys, that's making me nervous.
Mm.
Ew. Okay, fifth place, yeah. Fifth place, I am gonna go. Oh, can I group them into one?
No.
What? You're doing the hosting.
It's not easy.
No, I was gonna say the
One
facts.
and then put them all at one.
Can I put the facts at number 5?
See, this is where it's
Okay.
hard because there's guys like the facts.
Yeah,
I
can I
like
put the
Uncle
facts?
Jimmy's. I like
Oh,
the
they're
Can I put
there.
the facts as no, please.
Look at guys. He's the.
Can I put the facts?
You can do number 5, but with love.
Okay, cool. Number
Just,
5 of
just
love.
give them.
Yeah.
The facts.
Just give them. So you got number 5, yeah?
Yeah, I got the facts at 5. Yeah. Number 4, I would have put Marcus.
Interesting.
I just think he's nuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should put him higher, to be honest. Yeah. But I think he's so nuts, and there's just something so like, it makes my heart warm about him. Number 3, I'm gonna put. Fuck, I should have put the facts. Let me start again. 5th place, I'm gonna go with Marcus. He's just nuts, but like he's learning, he's getting there, and I love him. Yeah. 4th place, I'm gonna put Tina. Her growth is just beautiful
Yeah.
to see, and it's
Best character arc.
yeah,
That's
it's
my
just
auntie.
yeah, for real. Like she feels like family.
She does.
Yeah, and
She's
number
great.
3, this is difficult, but I'm gonna put Sugar.
She's a great character.
Yeah, I just think she is the bear. Like she really has done a lot for everyone whilst trying to sort everyone's life out,
Yeah,
whilst
she's
trying to
great.
be a parent to not just her child, but also to Carmy, because
Mhm.
Carmy needs a mum. And
He
he's
never got one.
he's
Yeah.
got, like,
He's her
real-
first baby.
Yeah, that's her first child.
Yeah.
Is she even? I feel like she's younger than Carmy.
She is.
Yeah.
She's the youngest.
Wow.
She's the youngest.
She's not. Yeah, because she's
Yeah,
younger than
she
Carmy.
is.
the
That's what I'm
She's the
saying.
youngest.
Like
Girl.
Carmy still needs a mum, and he's looking for a mum and his younger sister. Anyways,
Yeah.
Carmy's a problem. Number 2.
Do you know what? Just to disagree, I think she looks for it in him more than he looks for it from her. I don't
Yeah,
think
he doesn't need her to be his mum.
I don't think he looks for it.
No.
He's
I
very
think he
dismissive.
does.
Even
I
though
think
he
he
might
acts like
need
he
it, but I
does
don't think he looks for it. Those are two different things.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah.
Now in second place, really, really difficult, but I think I'm going to put Carmy. I don't know if I'm
Not
really
mad.
mean that, but I feel like I have to.
Mm.
I'm putting Carmy second.
I know why you're confused.
Yeah.
Very confused.
Why?
Because someone has to miss out, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, but first place will always be Sydney.
Yeah.
So no
But-
Richie.
No, Richie, that's the issue. So I'm deciding whether I want Carmy or Richie. I'm actually really fighting.
Okay.
Internally.
So,
But I feel like I'm saying Carmy. Why?
So you're fighting between Carmy and Richie.
Yeah.
But one of them gonna drop out. So why wouldn't one of them have been a free?
Because they serve the same purpose for me.
Okay.
That's what
Okay.
it is. It's not like
Yeah.
Carmy can't replace Marcus, nor can Richie replace Marcus, or like Tina. I think
But,
they're
they,
such-
but them two can
They're at the
but they
same
can replace
level,
each other.
yeah.
I think that they're the same. Yeah, it sounds dumb, but like it's.
I
I, feel
see
like
it.
it's
No,
true
no,
for
makes
number
sense.
It
two.
sounds like
Makes sense.
Bisola.
There is-
I
Yeah.
accept that.
Thank you very much. And then number 1 is Sydney. I think she's amazing.
Yes, a wrap up of the
Yeah.
pod today, man.
Tea.
Shout out to our friend of the show, Hood It in the building.
I
Great.
didn't expect to get so into it.
You are welcome.
Yeah, come
Oh
on.
no, I would actually love to.
This was this was great.
Yeah.
Oh.
This was great.
Hey, you might be one episode away from being told to stay permanently.
That's happened with you.
So go.
Producer Kids, 5K on the building. Well done to you, bro. Thank you
Yeah,
for that.
thanks so much.
Great
man.
work on the YouTube, so it's a great achievement for the podcast. Considering it started in January, 5K on YouTube is quite like an unheard of number.
Hey, mama, we're making out the hood with this
Yeah.
one. Making out the hood with this one.
But maybe this to the day job.
It's a great achievement. So shout out to Kids and Huss, who both worked on that side of things. Hey, listen, you know me, I'm a big hater, but I have to give flowers.
Nah, of course.
No, he be
just
working
messing
hard,
about it.
man.
Yeah,
Shout
trust
out,
me.
shout out.
Shout out his.
Manny, shut up.
No, actually, shout out.
Manny, shut up.
You said this. You're worse.
I'm not worse.
I have to give credit to you guys as well. It was great co-hosts.
You.
You guys do a great job making my life easier. So thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Shout out the greatest host.
I try my best, man. Talk about stuff that we enjoy, so it's easy, innit? And guys, if you enjoy our work, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. But drop comments about things you liked about the podcast or what you're looking for in the future.
Yeah.
We're always looking for like episode ideas.
So if you want to give it to us, give it to us.
Yeah, so feel free to let us know. Spotify, you can do so, and also you can do so on YouTube. Instagram, TikTok, we're also reachable on there for the most part.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to get a little. Sorry, man. Sorry, I'm sorry. Couldn't help myself.
If there's any films or TV shows that you think that we should watch or talk about, let us know.
Let us know. We've got a lot coming out. With F1's out at the end of the month.
Oh, facts.
And that's got really good early reviews. I know why you're happy.
Nah.
Put it away.
Is this Damson Idris?
Yeah.
Okay.
The early reviews are really good. Jay saw it and said it's great.
Lewis Hamilton's in it, so he's got a little cameo.
Is Lewis Hamilton about you?
So isn't he producing this film? Isn't that
He's a producer.
Yeah.
We've got
Face Off.
Superman coming out at the start of the month of next month. You've got Fantastic Four, Jurassic Park. So there's loads of like big films coming out. We've got The Bear, which we will definitely do a review for.
Of course.
So it's going to be a fun summer.
Go watch Lollipop when it comes out.
Yeah.
And Lollipop is a film. It's one of the two films, along with Band of Wallace Island, you need to watch.
I'm going to watch it. Yeah.
Those are two films. If you're looking for something a bit more sort of low-key, check those out. And that's us.
Over and out.
Peace.
Over and out. Nice.
He's a piece.
Oh, that was so good, guys.
That was a fucking episode.
Both episodes were really good, to be fair.
Oh wow, I'm surprised you said that.
You guys got really into the early episodes.
When is the bear out anyway?
24th.
This month?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know?
Yes,
Oh, this looking forward to shit. Oh, something to live for.
Oh, something to live for.
When are you coming fair?
Huh?
You're gonna be in Paris.
I will be for
You're an actor a lot, innit?
for like
You're an actor a lot.
a bit.
What?
I think I'm going on the
Most people are, more or less. Like,
Okay.
especially like, so
Okay,
when
okay.
it's pod weekends, I'm in London.
No, but have you been to Atom yet?
Yeah, why not? Let me.
Yeah.
What's Atom?
Hi, I'm Lashana Lynch, and you are listening to the Post Credit Scene podcast.